वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यमव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्। सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषामव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिर्वाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परा अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धरता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी। सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः। अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः। समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः। तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः। ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्दधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। उपस्थित भगवत भक्तों के रूप में मेरी अपनी ही आत्माओं, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता भगवान के मुखार बिंद से निकली हुई अमर वाणी है और जो भी जीव श्रद्धा सहित इस अमर वाणी को धारण करता है वो जीवत्व को छोड़कर ईश्वरत्व की प्राप्ति करता है, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। ये जीवात्मा चाहे जिस देश में रहे और चाहे जिस भेष में रहे, गीता सबका सब काल में समान रूप से कल्याण करने वाला एक अनुपम एवं अलौकिक ग्रंथ है। इस उपदेश को सृष्टि के आरंभ से ही सुनाया गया था। सबसे पहले इस उपदेश को सुनने वाले सूर्य नारायण थे, फिर मनु महाराज हुए, फिर इक्ष्वाकु महाराज हुए। इस प्रकार परंपरा से चलता हुआ ये गीता ज्ञान द्वापर युग में कई लाख वर्षों के बाद फिर से भगवान कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को सुनाया था।
सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं Sadrisham Tattvamasya Dilasham Ekam Nityam Vimalamajalam Sarvadhi Shibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami Shuddho si buddho si niranjano si Shuddho si buddho si niranjano si Sansara maya parivarjito si Sansara swapnam Tyajamohanidram Madala sola Pamuvaja putram Madala sola Pamuvaja putram. You are pure, enlightened, and spotless. Leave the illusion of the world and wake up from this deep slumber of delusion, Madalasa says to her crying sons. Shuddho Siveta Tanatistinama Kritam Hitatkal Panayatuneva Panjot Makam Dehaidam Natesti Naiva Syatwamro Tisika Saheto. My child, you are ever pure. You do not have a name. A name is only an imaginary superimposition on you. This body made of 5 elements is not you, nor do you belong to it. This being so, what can be a reason for your crying? Dava Bhavandro Diti janma shabdo yamaya tyamahi shasunum vikapyamana vividhe gunaisti gunas japauta sakalendriyeshu. The essence of the universe does not cry in reality. All is a maya of verse. O Prince, please understand this. The various qualities you seem to have are just your imaginations. They belong to the elements that makes the senses and have nothing to do with you. Shuddho si buddho si niranjano si. Shuddho si buddho si niranjano si. Jita sangha dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandve vimuktaha sukha dukha sanghe gacchanta mudha Paramavyayam tat sarvasya chaham iti sannivishto mattah smritirgya namapohanam cha vedesha sarve rahameva veju Vedanta Kitave Davideva Chaham. Vedanta Kitave Davideva Chaham. You can now gently and slowly open your eyes and know that you are a unique and beautiful spiritual being of pure consciousness, and all you have to do is to shine brightly wherever you go, to whomever you meet, and you'll be helping the world and the universe. Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Gurudev Maharaj. Stay blessed. Gigi to enjoy because
Sure.
he visited our Geeta ashram last time, and he met my mother also, my parents.
Yeah.
So these are the monks that got scholarship too from the University of the Buddhism. And this is the hall on that day. And we decorated in a Thai way. This is the puja table for Buddha. Buddha image on this side. This is Lord Krishna, Gurudev, and Joshiji's favorite, Durga Mata. This is the puja table. On that day, we specially arrange it so that the high monk it's a practice that he would start the function by doing puja to Lord Buddha first. So we were standing down at the parking lot, waiting for him to welcome him. And this is Subhash, and this is our president, foundation's president, making scholarship foundations. And this is the monk, the high monk. He's a secretary to the Supreme Patriarch, even since the previous Supreme Patriarch of Thailand. So actually, all the informal power authorities in his hand. He's the one who got things done. Actually, it's him. So on that day when he arrived, we were all there ready at the parking lot. This is what happened. And our Pujariji recited Mangalam mantra. There was goosebump. Give us all the goosebump. It was very nice. Vinuji is here. Vinu. And I arranged Guru Ma to offer the puja material. Is a way we make it, when to offer this proper way of respect, representing our Gita ashram. And this is my mother offering the robe. That's also another very formal offering for the monk. This is the robes, monk's robes. And this is my brother, because that day my father did not come because doctor not agree is to come in the crowd. So my father stayed back. So my eldest brother's doing the work for him on his behalf. And I went up to speak, and now this is when we start the distribution of the foundation of the scholarship. And the children were so smart. These are all from Muslim school. And they're so small that they didn't know what to do, so I had to help them. And this Mr. Agarwal gave me the blessing, and my mother gave donation and asked Mr. Agarwal to be representative of Gita Ashram for this scholarship. I think for the scholarship. And then Supachi came up to receive the donation for Gita Ashram. This one for Gita Ashram. And this one from my godfather. He's no more in the world, but from his foundation. Every year he used to donate something for the scholarship also. And Gurudev gave him the name because he's my godfather. So Gurudev always call him godfather, and Guru Ma carry on that. So these are all the monk group photo and the committee. Now these are the volunteers who who helped me, and some VIP from other organization of India, Thai India organization. Some of the group photos we arranged. This time because now the monk already have gone back, so we can make our group photo in a very informal way. These are all the Gita ashram. Excuse me. Forgot to put it. So yeah, this is my youngest brother. I don't know the other day you met or not. This one is in our committee member nowadays. Maji appointed him. Actually, he is our product. He graduated up to PhD because of our support, the scholarship, and now he's doing a lot of work for the country, for the education, and for us. This is Gop Nanwani. And this is from previous years recitation. It just activated. My father visited previous 2 years ago before the COVID. And that time we requested my father to be the chief guest who distributed the scholarship for the monks and the students. So then we could make the photograph like this. This year we could not because we could not move the monk to the other side. So just to see some experiences, that's what we used to do. And the Gita Ashram members. Now, so should I start now the Gita part?
Please, please do.
Thank you.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Jai Gurudev. A very warm welcome to you all, and thank you for being with us tonight. As we know, our Guru Bhai Joshiji has been advised complete bed rest. Not really, well, complete rest. So what we've done is we have put him in timeout. We've told him you are punished. Just sit in that corner and watch us. So Joshiji, recover very well, recover fast, and we really need you at the helm of the whole program. Also, Dr. Kapoorji, as we know from the email, is in Mexico. I think he's coming back either today or tomorrow. So he should be joining us from next Thursday. That translates into a super jackpot for Dr. Prasadji. Dr. Prasadji, please take it away. Take your time. It's all yours. The floor is entirely yours. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you very much, Peter Ji. So kind of you. We are going through this chapter 4 in a speed which is very, very slow in a way. But the idea is to go more deep than running a mile very fast. I know each one of you are so well versed in the whole Bhagavad Gita, and I'm sure you will like to also go deep into the understanding of the verses, then going through the verses and getting the meaning as normally done. Before I move ahead, let me say my prayers. Vansi vibhushita kara Navanirdabha Pitambara Dharunabimba Phaladharosthat Purnendu Sundar Mukha Arvind Netra Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvamaham na jane Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Divine souls, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev to all of you. As I mentioned, we are discussing verse 13 of chapter 4. Since last 4 weeks, we have been going through and trying to understand this composite word Vidya Kartara Madhyayam. There are 3 words in it: Vidhi, Akartaram, Avyayam. We have learned about this word Vidhi, through which Bhagwan is telling Arjuna, know me. This is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita, that throughout Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan has taken Arjuna by his finger and guided him all the way, often telling him, know this, understand this, listen to this, do what I say. So that kind of carrying through disciple on his own way, giving him the knowledge one after another, often repeating the same understanding in a different way, so that the disciple understands this, and the teacher then has the right to ask a question at the end. Throughout Bhagavad Gita, it is Arjuna who has been asking one question after another, one question after another. And Bhagavan, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, towards the end of chapter 18, he then, as a teacher, wants to know from his Shishya, have you understood what I have said? Kaschidaitat srutam partha tvaikagrena chetasa kachidagyan sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. What a penetrating question. Not only srutam, not only you have heard it, Kaschidetat Shrudam Partha, with ekagra chitta, that we have not only heard it, but heard it with ekagra chitta, that is, your mind and intellect is attached to the chitta. That's what last Sunday I tried to put it, that we talk Sranam, Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. These are the steps which takes this the spiritual path high up. If you listen, no good. No, it is good, but not that good. One needs to ekagra chitta, listen with full attention, so that you are able to digest it, assimilate it, and then lying on the bed, close your eyes and see that word in your mind's eye and try to analyze and see what I have understood, what was told. And that's what Bhagwan is saying, because he has told him at every time, you listen, you understand, you know with concentration. Kachideda Chudam Partha Twaikagrin Chetasa Kachida Jnana Sammoha Pranasasti. Because the whole philosophy which Bhagavan is saying with one goal, and that goal is to dispel that confusion, that delusion which had overpowered Arjuna. Arjuna was a man of divine endowment. Suchaha sampadam daivim abhijatosi pandava. You are a man with divine endowment. What happened to you? Kudastva kasamaramidam visame samupastitam anarjustam aswarga. What has happened to you? You have lost your manliness. Leave aside your Kshatriya dharma. You are not even capable of standing on your own legs. What happened to you? That kind of ajnana had overpowered Arjuna. That's what the question again Bhagavan is asking after he has taken him through all these jnana, knowledge, and then asks, he has the right to ask this question, have you understood it? And has your delusion is completely dispelled off? Not just moved slightly away. Mohoyam vigato mama. That what Arjuna said in the beginning of chapter 11. Mohoyam vigato mama. That is what not asking Arjuna. Bhagavan, has it completely gone, destroyed? Nasto moha. Arjuna says, yes, nasto moha. Smitir labdva tat prasadan mayachuta sitaosmi gat sangdeha karishe vachanam tava. Coming back to the subject here. Here we have talked about this word vidya. In last 3 weeks, we talked about akartaram, how Bhagavan is akarta. Today, I will take you through this word avyayam. What is the meaning of word avyayam? Avyayam, not little, even minutest part has not left it. It is purna. Vyaya is apurna. Vyaya means खर्च हो गया. हम लोग कहते हैं व्यय हो गया. पैसे खर्च हो जाते हैं, व्यय हो गया. व्यय नहीं, अव्यय. खर्च नहीं हुआ. तो क्या हुआ? It is purna. It is complete. And this purna has been put in Upanishad in several places. But the most important area, most important declaration by Upanishad is given in Isopanishad, the Shanti mantra, which all of us know so very well. But before coming to that, we should keep in mind all the time this potter and clay relationship. We have talked about it several times. We will keep repeating it several times because this is the key of our understanding. This is the key, that knowledge which we should have. We should keep it all the time. What we learned about the potter and clay relationship a few weeks back, I mentioned that, and let me go through again to hammer it. This point about this relationship between the clay and the pot and the potter relationship. You see, here the issue is, in a case of a potter, I am talking of the potter, kumhar jo murti banata hai, bartan banata hai. He takes the clay, mitti leta hai, mitti gunta hai, and he puts that on the chakra, and that pot comes in. In that process, the potter loses energy. He becomes hungry, he stops the work and goes and eats. Then he comes back again and starts putting the clay and working. Also, the mitti jo tayar kiya usne, the clay which he prepared is also lost. The more the pots are prepared, he needs more and more of clay. So the question arises here, what about Bhagavan as a potter and the whole creation as various kinds of pots? That is the understanding. That has to be understood that in this case, neither the energy from Bhagavan is lost, nor the material which Lord produces himself, that is the clay, is lost. Also, another point which I am trying to bring in here, that you will know from our old Shastras, when they talk of Advaita Vedanta, that means there is no duality, there is no two, it is all one. Now here, Bhagavan is one, Nirgun Nirakar Brahma, that's one. But when he creates, he cannot remain Nirgun Nirakar, because if there is no gun, how can he create? Please concentrate on this point. What is happening that Bhagavan, who has Nirgun Nirakar, he wants to create. So when he wants to create, he must have the creative energy. And that creative energy has to come from within himself. So he produces that, he should have the quality. So he become what? Sagun Nirakara Brahma. He is with quality, is not attribute, it's not called quality, not the guna, but the attribute which he has, his power to create. He creates the Prakriti. So he has the power to create. It is not in him, but he has the capability to produce. He has capability to bring out and get the work done by Prakriti. It is his under Mayadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Char, Acharan, everything is created by Prakriti, but under his Chhatrachaya. As explained last time about the sun, sun has itself its energy, its own creative, own power, that is Prakasika and Dayika Shakti in sun. Similarly, Bhagavan, it brings his own energy in the form of this Prakriti, his quality, and then creation takes place. In this process, no energy is lost by Bhagavan. And since the clay is produced by him, he is the Upadana Karan, that is the material cause. So he provides the material, and he also is the efficient cause. He is also providing the energy. So, and this is being done through Prakriti. So the action is produced by Prakriti, the clay is produced by Prakriti, so then it becomes two. One Brahma becomes two, and then we have the duality concept. By whom? By somebody else, individual, prani, jeev. They look at two, although they are one. When you go higher up, before the division, it is only one. Param Brahma Paramatma, nothing else. In chapter 15, we have read, in chapter 15, verse 16, 17, 18, the Tvavimau Puruso Loke Shara Shara Evacha Shara Sarvani Bhutani Kutastho kshara uchyate. So the duality two is created. One is kshara, that is perishable, and other is a non-perishable. And that is a prakriti. We're talking about that manifest in the world. But one uttamaha purushastanya. Look at the beauty. The third, these two, dvavimau purusho loke kshar akshar evacha uttamaha purushastanya. That is anya and paramatma tipadarta. You see, so that the two duality is not here. It is one and one alone. Param Brahm Paramatma is only one, but the lower down as we come, as we look at different, and when you further go down, then everything is Gai, Bel, Gora, Hathi, Sab, all things. We see all those things, varieties of things in the world. So the question of we have to rise slowly and slowly up. We give up the Gai, Gora, Bel, and we go up in the beings. Then we start saying, no, everything is one. Yo mam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pasyati tasyaham na pranasyami sachame na pranasyati. That you have to realize that there is nothing beyond that. Everything is clay. The pot and the color and the painting and drawing on various designs of all the clay, you see clay in that, and you realize that that clay is not also second. The first is Brahma, because from where clay come in. So our attention, our direction, our ability to think and concentrate is to see there is no two. Everything is Brahma. Saying is all right. You can say this, but to realize how often we see people going on the street and we make a distinction between X and Y. If somebody's friend, you hug him. If somebody's enemy, you say you keep distance. No, they are all Brahma. Bhagavan Gurudev कहते हैं ना, सब मेरी अपनी ही आत्मा. He is the one who is an example before us, who is telling, not only telling, he realizes, he behaves that way. He has everyone, whoever comes him, सबसे प्यारा बेटा मेरा यही है. The next one comes to see him. प्रणाम किया गुरुजी गुरुदेव को. Oh, देखो देखो ये सबसे बढ़िया बेटी हमारी है. इससे बड़ी, but every बेटी या बेटा जो मिलने गया सबसे बढ़िया वही है. तो सबसे बढ़िया कैसे हो सकता है? उससे भी जब सबसे बढ़िया मतलब कोई दूसरा तो नीचे का होगा नहीं, सब बढ़िया है. That is the one ability to realize that each and everything what we see is not two but one. It is the one which is supreme, from where the differentiation came in, prakriti came in, pots and designs and every bartan jitne sare banne shuru ho gaye. So see the presence of Brahma in all the individuals, beings, and whoever we can see. Now, this Abhyayam, as I was trying to say, this is the one, Abhyayam, that is Brahma. That is supreme Brahma. That you have to see in everywhere. Look at this mantra, so beautiful mantra this. We recite all the time, but let us dive a bit deep into the wordings of these mantras. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Punyamaduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. What it says? Purna Adaha. That means that. That is Purna. Let me go to the meaning first and then take one after another. Purna idam. This is also full. Purna. Purnat Purna udachyate. From Purna, Purna has emerged. Purnasya Purnamadaya, if the Purna is added onto the Purna, still, or taken out from the Purna, still it remains the same. There is no change in that, remains still Purna. So, just I was telling the question of the duality, the two outer world and inner world. Dvavimau purso loke, this is what I was trying to mention. That is the outer world. That outer world is full of divine consciousness, is Purna. That outer world, Dvavimau purso char akshar. So the one outer world is full of divine. That's what we talked about, this 15th chapter, to Pursa. Dvavimau purso loke. The outer world is Purna. The inner world is also Purna. One is outer world, sansara, sampurna, everything that you can ever think of, that is world or universe, whatever you say, that everything inside is the Antaratma. That Antaratma for everybody is also Purna. From Purna, Purna is manifested. That pot has come from Bhagwan. The Bhagwan, from Bhagwan, the pot has come in. So from Purna, Purna is, and that what come out is also Purna. Taking Purna from Purna, if you take out Purna from Purna, what remains is also Purna. That is the divine consciousness. That is the divine action. Divya karma, we call it. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvata. We learned earlier. That is the one which is happening here. That the actions are performed, all the divya. From divya comes out. That remains Purna. From Purna, whatever is taken out, what remains is also Purna. Let us understand it in a different way. By example, most of the time when we can't understand, we take example and then we start analyzing it. Let us take, for example, a large pond. There's a pond full of water. Clean water is there, completely full. Deep below the pond, in the center, there is inherent, intrinsic, permanent, everlasting source of energy. You see, you will remember there are places where hot spring is, you can see the pond is there and water is hot. In fact, bubbling. You have seen sulfur spring. You don't know, scientists have tried to find out the source. Often they have not been able to find the source. But scientists imagine that is from sulfur, somewhere it is coming out. But that energy from deep in keeps on coming and keeping the water hot. And then, of course, from there, waves of ripple come out. So that, imagine that source of energy deep below in the center. And from there, when it comes up, the ripple is produced. And as ripple goes out, another ripple comes in. So ripple after ripple goes on. So that is the outside ripple, when that is Purna Adaha. And inside one is Purna Idam. So there is energy which is giving. So in the center here, it is Purna Idam. Where it goes out, that ring of waves go out and keep on going. It doesn't stop. It is also complete. The ring is complete. It keeps on going. It doesn't stop. That is the Purna Madaha. That is Purna Midam. So what is, from where this Purna come in? It is coming from inside there. So that which is coming, Purnat Purnamadachyate, that has emerged from the Purna that has come up like this. And then if as they go on and on, Purna inside is also, it remains Purna all the time. in order to further clarify, further make it clear, I have a drawing, I have a sketch here to prove to bring that point more clearly. See, this is the what there is a what ripple, there is some source of energy deep from where it keeps on pushing energy. This comes up like that. And as it comes up, it creates the ripple. And that ripple goes on and on in a circular way. And it is keep on, doesn't stop. So inherent source of energy deep brings on this wave, and this wave is continuous. So from this is outer one is complete, inner one is complete. From the source, permanent source of energy, it is coming out, and even after it comes out, that remains Purna. That is the understanding of what is called Purna, and that is Bhagwan and his creation, which gives us the knowledge of Purnamadam, Purnat, Purnadochyate. Now this Purna has also been explained in great depth by Swami Vivekananda, and there is his theory of what is called involution. This you can go in the go Google and find. This is from the Google I have taken it out. There is a theory of involution. Apparently, this has been very much appreciated by the Western literature, and people have commented on this theory of involution by Swami Vivekananda. Since we have time, I'll go through this, and I hope this will make it further clear as to what we have been talking about. Before I read that, let me give the substance of this, what it is he's saying. What Swami Vivekananda is trying to say, that before something comes up, there is something preceding it. That brings on this Purnat Punyamadochyate. It comes out from something deep, something elsewhere. That is, there is something in evolution for evolution to take place. Before evolution, there is involution. So you presume, if you see the flower, you presume this flower must have come from seed. So there is a seed preceding the flower. So this evolution of a flower is from the seed. We don't, and that means there is something which is more sukshma. From this is more sthula, the flower, but the seed is sukshma. There must be something subtler than that from where the seed comes in. So if you go on retracting further and further down, you will be able to find there must be something which we do not know, but that has to be the infinite cosmic intelligence, and that is Purna. Let me go through this to make it further clear. Every evolution is preceded by involution. That is the understanding. The whole of the tree is present in the seed it's caused. If you see the seed, we went through the Udalak and Shwetketu story the other day, when Shwetketu was asked to go under the tree and bring the seed, and you cut the seed and go on cutting, ultimately you will not find anything there. That what said Tvam Asi, that Udalak explained to his son. Last week I explained that. So more or less on the same line here, Swami Vivekananda is saying that when you look at the tree, you understand there must be seed which has caused this tree. The whole of human being is present in that one protoplasm. You know, when ovum is impregnated by semen, sperm, there is one unit, there is all fluid, this unicellular organism is there. Imagine from that fluid, unicellular, the whole human being with all bones and and heart, lung, and kidney, everything is present in that. Those scientists analyze that. But imagine from that one cell, whole human being can emerge. That's what he's saying here, that in one protoplasm, the whole human being is present. The whole of this universe is present in the cosmic fine universe. Everything is present in its cause, in its fine form. This evolution or gradual unfolding of grosser and grosser form, more sthul from sukshma, in each has been preceded by an involution. The whole of this universe must have been evolved before it came out and has unfolded itself in all these various forms to be involved once again. Take, for instance, life of a little plant. We find two things that make the plant a unit by itself. Its growth and development, its decay and death. Two powers. When plant grows and develops, and there's decay and death. These make one unity in the plant life. So take that plant life as only one link in the chain of life, the whole series of one life, beginning from protoplasm to the most perfect man. The last to come in order of creation, according to evolutionists, is the intelligence. See, evolutionists have found out that the human develops. Intelligence is the last one to come up. Going back from that, you find that at the beginning, intelligence remains involved. So in the end, it gets evolved. So some total of the intelligence displayed in the universe must therefore be involved, universal intelligence unfolding itself. This universal intelligence is that what we call God. Brahman ko janne ke liye, we are trying to understand what is the Brahma, what is that supreme cosmic intelligence from where the whole thing came out. In the subtlest of the subtlest, the Brahma, from there the grossest and grossest of plants and animals and plant life, they came up. I think we will stop here. You want me to continue further? Let me take one more verse. So we have now,
go ahead.
We have now completed that part, Purna, the Vidhi, Karta, Abhyaya. So we understand that part. Hope we move from there forward. Things are not so difficult now to understand as you go along. Let me take verse 14. Bhagwan says, Nama karmani limpanti name karma phale spraha iti mam yo vijanati karma virna sabhadyate. You remember we are going through karma sannyasa yoga, that yoga where renunciation of action, the emphasis is on how we renunciate the action. And Bhagwan has been taking us through all those. Here Bhagwan is saying, so far I am concerned, actions don't taint me. And it implies that Bhagwan is telling Arjuna and to us all that we should not get tainted by actions. He also says, nor have I desire for the fruit of action. Karma phala spraha. I don't have name karma phale spraha. For the fruit of action, I don't have any liking. He who knows this me is not bound by action. If you while performing action, you do not have the eye on the fruit and you do not get involved in it. No limpanti, while you're performing, you are not involved. And at the end of the action, you do not have eye on the fruit of the action. Then that action is not going to bind you. Binding means adding on to your vasana. You will not add to your vasana which you have. You satoguni, rajoguni, tamoguni, whatever you have, that action will not make any disturbance in that. That will be subsequently, Bhagavan will tell it will become akarma, but that will come later on. Here Bhagavan is just saying that namam karmane limpanti, name karm phale spraha, and those who know it and follow this direction, they are not bound by it. Bhagavan has talked about this in other verses in Bhagavad Gita. I will take those and then I will stop. Yes, so in this verse, there is no kartitva bhav, that I am not the doer. That is the karmani limpanti. No bhoktritva bhav, that means I don't have desire for the fruit. So neither I am kartitva bhav, neither I have bhoktritva bhav. Na kartapan ka abhiman, na bhoktapan ka lobh. So these two are beyond that. Similar impression has been given here when we say in chapter 18, Bhagavan says, Yasya naham krito bhavo buddha yasana lipyate hatvapi saimam lokan nahanti nanibadhyate. This aham krita bhav, this is the karta bhav. If there is no karta bhav, he is not buddhir yasana lipyate. See the beautifully the same thought as given in this verse is mentioned in this verse as well. And there is chapter 18. Here, Bhagavan is also talking about you shouldn't have this aham bhav, I am doer. That bhav shouldn't be there. And you're not attached to it. You are not involved in it. Buddhir yasaran. Hatvapi saimam lokan nahanti. Say, if that is, these two qualifications are there, then even by action, there is somebody slayed, that action of slaying will not be his binding on him. He will not be responsible. He will not have impact of that action, which is, even though normally it will be bad if you are involved in it, and you have the desire to have the result associated with it. So another beautiful verse is here. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tattva karoti yah lipyate na sapapena padma patramivam bhasa. This is a very common verse which is often repeated, and often example is given that a lotus leaf all the time so in contact with the but no water can stay there. There is no involvement there. It is completely free from attachment. There is doesn't get tainted, and of course there is no question of reaping any fruit from it. I think I will stop here. Jai Sri Krishna. I hope I've been able to convey some message. Thank you very much indeed. Jai Sri Krishna, everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prasadji. Wow, such in-depth knowledge, amazing. Thank you. Joshiji, maybe you can say a word just to greet us. I know I'm not asking you to stress yourself.
No, Joshiji is fine. Joshiji is
fine. So
oh yes,
maybe,
he is fine.
So you can take it from here and then conclude, Joshiji. Of course, you have to mute yourself. I cannot read lips.
I'm kind of a little weak right now because I'm not fully energized because of the attack I had on me. But whatever Prasadji is doing is very in-depth. And today he mentioned about how your work, your karma will not be tainted. Very well said, and many various ways he said it. And this is very, very good opportunity for us to learn to get deeper into the verses and how to connect and reconnect many verses. And as you know, that Bhagavad Gita is primarily in 3 parts. First 6 chapters, Karma Yoga, next 6 chapters, Bhakti Yoga, and balance is the Jnana Yoga. Most of the time when I speak something, I speak Karma, because Karma Yoga is the foundation for Bhakti. Without Karma Yoga, you cannot really perform Bhakti Yoga. And when I see people in my own family, they are so dedicated to Bal Gopal, Brahm Samarpan, Hanuman Chalisa, and then we take Bhagavad Gita straight up. It is all interconnected. When you have the Shraddha, a complete faith in what you do towards the Lord, you reach the same point, same satisfaction, same thing. So I feel very good to come back after 2 weeks or so. But my friends, let me tell you, if I have seen the miracle in life, this was another one that happened to me. As you said, Brother Peter, that this what I have gone through, you have gone through 2013, and that's called video maker. It doesn't take too long to get out of the body. But in my case, within 5 minutes, I was in ER. Within 3 minutes, I was in cath lab. And I was aware of most of it. And in the afternoon, I felt like I was normal, Dr. Prasad.
Yeah.
And I was kept because the blood pressure was getting low. You know what it is all about. But I was kept 2 more days in the hospital. And good doctor, well taken care of. And I personally feel normal. And since my son is a doctor, he doesn't want me to do anything at my way. He wants to do what he thinks is right. I cannot go out of the home. I can do little walking. Take rest.
Slowly.
Slowly, I will regain it. And with the blessing of all of you and many more, I think I'm very confident that I will be able to contribute more discussing about Bhagavad Gita. I thank all of you for that. It was a miracle as far as I'm concerned. So I'm happy to be with all of you. And again, see you next Thursday, coming Sunday. And this timing is very suitable. I hope this is suitable for Thailand. Is it too early in Thailand, Geeta Kiranji?
No, it is 7:30. It is 7:30 in the morning.
It is for India. It is 6 a.m.
Yeah. Well, before we
You are
went to
back in
daylight.
India, Dr. Saab?
In India, it will be 6 a.m. start.
I see.
That may be a bit early. Winter, 6 a.m. early.
Yeah. But
No, but it's good to get up early in the morning.
Of course, it is good.
Yeah.
so, thank you very, very much. We are going to conclude early. Had I known that Kapoor Sahib is out of country or town, I would have prepared and made a presentation, but I was asked by my son, take it easy.
No. You take it slowly, Josiji. Slowly.
Yeah,
You have to exert very slowly.
Thank you. So, Jai Shri Krishna, and we'll see you again soon.
Yes, Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Gurudev. Thank you so much, Swami Geeta Kiranji. Thank you. Beautiful.
Everybody.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Let's all be healthy and wealthy.
Thank you. I will be. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.